Hey guys, how you doing? This is your girl, Dr. Avis. Just wanted to come on here super quickly today to give you the last minute warning, okay? Warning, warning, warning. It all goes down tomorrow. So I want to make sure that you are in the place to be. Once again, my name is Dr. Avis, and in case I'm new to you, let me quickly introduce myself, and then I'll tell you what I'm teasing. What's happening tomorrow? Something you don't want to miss. So my name is Dr. Avis, and I am an award-winning author, a media commentator. I am also a global speaker. I am someone who I like to say is sort of a recovering or a diversity, equity, inclusion sort of renegade who has turned seven-figure CEO in a completely different field. But at the center of what I do, regardless of what I focus on in my career, at the center of it has always been Black women. And so that's why I'm so super excited about what's happening tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, it all goes down. I am the creator of a special training that's happening tomorrow called Doing You, a New Revolution in Black Womanhood. You can sign up for it right here at blackwomanrevolution.com. That's blackwomanrevolution.com. And I just want to make sure I came in here, did the James Brown slide right into this stream tonight to remind you that tonight is the last night that you have to sign up. Now, of course, you can sign up tomorrow, okay? But you're really cutting it close then, okay? It all goes down tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. So by the time we are at this time tomorrow, it'll be probably almost over, okay? It's just 90 minutes tops, okay? We're just going to get together. I can't wait really to share with you all of that cool information that you need to know in order to be able to get ahead. You know what's really amazing to me when you just look at the statistics about Black women? You're going to be there tomorrow? Awesome. I can't wait to see you, Andrea. Are you excited? I'm excited because here's why I'm excited. When you look at the numbers, I'm a little nerdy, guys, so let me just go right to the numbers. When you look at the numbers, Black women are the most likely demographic group to say that they want a promotion. There have been data on this, surveys on this. Study I'm referencing is in the Harvard Business Review. Some 80% of Black women who are surveyed say that they want to climb that ladder. They want to get that next promotion. We are more likely than any other woman to be in the workforce. We're more likely than any other working mother to be in the workforce. So we are super dedicated to the labor market. We're super dedicated to our careers. We're super dedicated to the jobs that we hold. However, we face very particular challenges in the workplace. We get to a certain level and it seems like we are stopped in our tracks. We have a very difficult time sort of negotiating being, in essence, a double outsider at work, right? We're outside of the center of power when it comes to race. We're also outside of the center of power when it comes to gender. And so that makes it that much more difficult, I believe, for us to form those key relationships that are often necessary in order to be able to climb that ladder in a much more expedient and amazing way. And so because of that, we oftentimes are left behind. We're underrepresented in leadership positions. And even beyond that, the data also suggests, if you look at Gallup, for example, they did a poll last year that just blew my mind. And it found that Black women are more likely than any other group of people to say that they feel, in essence, disrespected at work, that they're more likely than anybody else to believe that their workplace is not fair. You have other research that shows we're more likely than anybody else to say that we can't get any quality time with senior leaders at work. Okay, and if you can't get those quality time, you can't create those relationships, right? That you need to move up. Well, here's what I want you to know. There are very specific challenges that we face that oftentimes are not addressed, right? All of the sort of diversity, quote unquote, programs that are developed around this are kind of watered down to be a little bit more generalizable, right? So when we're talking about issues of diversity writ large, the particular challenges that Black women face are not addressed. When we're talking about issues of gender diversity, specifically, the specific challenges of Black women are not only addressed, the specific spoils that are provided with regards to the outcomes of those gender diversity programs do not tend to be very colorful. Let's just be very plain about that, right? And so there is a space there where our particular needs have consistently and constantly been ignored. I wrote a whole book about it, okay? However, I knew when I wrote that book, How Exceptional Black Women Lead, that it wasn't enough to write the book, right? It's very powerful. It's been very useful to a lot of people, not only here in the US, where it became an award-winning book, but all over the world, where it got picked up and distributed all throughout Francophone Africa and in other spaces. What I have found, though, is that to me, when I really sat back and thought about it, that book really needs to be the tip of the iceberg. When I wrote that book 5 to 6 years ago, the challenges that we saw then, as bad as they were, when I look at the numbers today, we are even worse. We have not improved. And that to me is very disturbing. So I think I needed to go beyond the pages and get live and in person and real and really talk to you transparently and honestly about key things that are important for us to be able to thrive. Things like why diversity programs leave us behind by design. I argue that it's not an accident. It is, in fact, intentional, and what we need to do about it. I really want to be able to talk to you about, how you can really be able to go in there and grab your life, your career that you want. Too often we are waiting for someone else to sort of open, or we're playing by the rules in essence in order to go up that ladder in the way that we kind of are taught to do, per se. We're doing all the right things. We're working hard. We're coming in early. We're staying late. But what if I told you that playing by the rules won't get you where you want to go, right? It'll only get you as far as they want you to go, right? I'll be addressing that in this training. I'll also be addressing the fact that, hey, we aren't getting paid right. Okay, that is a reality, right? And so what I really want to uncover for you and more, right, is how to have the career that you want, how to have the bank account that you deserve, and how to have the life that you desire. You can have it all, sis. You can have it all. And it's time, isn't it? It's time to have it all. I've also often heard people say, and you guys, I know you've heard it, this sort of phrase that you can't have it all. I say that's a lie from the pits of hell. Yes, you can have it all. You just have to define what your all is and then be about the business of going to get it. So we'll be starting that process tomorrow night, okay? Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And you can sign up right now by going to blackwomanrevolution.com. I am super excited. You are going to literally be in the building with hundreds of other Black women who have decided they wanted to set aside 90 minutes of their life, maximum, 90 minutes, maximum. If we can get out there early, we'll get out there early, y'all. I'm not going to take up your whole evening, but I definitely want you to invest a little bit of time in your future, because this is really about getting those secrets that you have rarely had access to in order to climb that ladder to success in terms of how you define it, in the way that you want it to look, for the life that you want to build, right? And so I'm so super excited to invite you to join me tomorrow. As I mentioned, this is like a last minute warning, okay? Last minute warning. We are having just less than 24 hours left to register for it. So if you haven't registered already, go ahead and register at blackwomanrevolution.com. And by the way, if you think this is something that your friends need to attend or that other people in your network need to know about, feel free to share this specific stream. Feel free also to specifically invite them, okay? Just go ahead and let them know, hey, you need to register at blackwomanrevolution.com. We would love to be able to welcome you in and your entire crew, okay? So with that said, this is going to be short and sweet. I am not going to be on here all night tonight. I'm glad you appreciate the conversation, Yvette, because oftentimes our conversation is, our conversations are ignored, right? I mean, I'll be sharing with you guys the data tomorrow. Y'all know I'm dorky, but I'm going to be sharing with you guys all the data because I want you to see all the different areas in which Black women are either at the bottom of the list or at the top of the list. So that either we're the most affected or we're the most likely to be impacted, or we are the least likely to have access. That happens with us all the time. We're not in the messy middle, okay? We are not in the messy middle. We are either at the very bottom, the least likely to have access to it, or the worst or the most likely to be afflicted with whatever that problem is. And it's really amazing when you look at all the different areas when that's the case. But this is not going to be like a complaining session. This is not going to be like a woe is me 60 minutes or 90 minutes together. I just want you to know what we're facing. Okay. I think truth is important. I think it's important to start with truth and to know what we're working with. Okay. So I will share that information with you, but that's not where this is going to end. That's where this is going to begin. Right. From there, we're going to go from sharing information to sharing tools, sharing what I call the power tools that you need to have in order to be able to navigate your own life and to live your own unapologetic ambitions in the way that you want to live them and really experience them. Okay. And so with that said, I appreciate that sentiment, Andrea. Stop waiting, register for tomorrow. I agree. Do it now, right? Absolutely. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate the just do it. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. It's so good to see all of you guys. I just wanted to come over here and say really super hi to you super quickly this evening. As you might imagine, I got tons to do tonight because I'm still preparing for tomorrow, guys. I'm one of these people that I just want to, tweak and tweak and tweak and tweak and make sure that it is as good as possible between now and then. So I am going to get back to work. But in the meantime, I just wanted to come on here super quickly to say the doors are open, but they're about to close. So if you know that this is resonating with you, if you know that you want more, if you know that you are being held behind and held back at work and you can't understand what the problem is, the first thing I will say is that the problem ain't you. The problem is the system. The problem is what you're working with, right? But guess what? There are solutions. Where there are problems, there are always solutions. And I cannot wait to share them with you tomorrow. With that said, you guys, this has been amazing. I've enjoyed chatting with you tonight. And I certainly hope to see each and every one of you and all of your sister friends, okay? All of your sister friends tomorrow night at the Revolution. It's about to go down, all right? See you there. Take care, guys. Bye.